Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Aries, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Aries, I am pulling one card from the Threads of Fate Oracle deck, the Shadow Edition, and doing your tarot reading with the Tarot of the Abyss. So, Aries, one card for Aries, please. Thank you. Boundaries. These cards are very shiny. Boundaries. So, right off the bat, I believe this is an armadillo. It's interesting, I don't know much about armadillos. I'm only thinking of that very classic Friends episode where Ross dresses up as a holiday armadillo. Yeah, so you could like the show Friends, but I think of it more as the position that it's in right now, which is kind of tucked in, curled up. If it was a person, it would be like the fetal position. And the idea that there is a sense of protection, you protecting yourself, that is very important right now. The Spirit wants you to be very... Okay, so now they're drawing attention to the fact that I usually wear crystals. These are all crystals that, you know, for protective purposes. And usually I will wear a pink, black tourmaline bracelet, and I have several of them. And I'm feeling a little under the weather today. And for the first time ever, and I've never done this, I wore two of the same kinds of crystals. They're both black tourmaline and pink tourmaline, etc. Because I felt as though I needed extra protection today. And I couldn't, you know, I don't question things anymore. When Spirit tells me to do something, I just do it. Also, if I'm feeling that way as well. But, sorry, give me 1 second. I just wanted to make sure that I did not get interrupted. So, there's something in this for you, like that you're feeling like, I'm not going to go so far as to say that you feel defensive. Like you feel defensive towards somebody at the moment. But I think that you're thinking that you may be the target of some criticism or some just bad energy. You know, in the Sagittarian reading that I did, the topic of the evil eye came up. And it's been very prominent lately, this idea of the evil eye and the power behind emotions like jealousy and envy and coveting, possession, things like that. So very heavy energies to start your reading, Aries, but you're a pretty intense sign. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future. Okay, all your cards are out. Oh! So, literally half the deck just fell on the floor. 2 cards turned upright. So I will show you what they are. The King of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Just give me one moment to pick up all the cards. Aries, what's going on? I feel like I have to just burn a little bit of Palo Santo. I don't know that I've dropped the entire or half the deck during a reading that I've recorded before. Old me would have stopped the reading and said, oh, let's just start over, but whatever. Transparency is good. But that was not an accident, right? Half the deck fell down, but only 2 cards fell in the upright, so this is what Spirit wants you to see. The King of Pentacles is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and represents somebody who has a great deal of abundance. Abundance of opportunities, abundance of wealth. So this could be you right now, Aries, where you're just feeling like you have a lot amassed, like a lot gathered, that you've earned something. You're still waiting. 3 of Wands, this is an energy of waiting for our ships to come in. That's the expression of this card. All aboard. You know, I'm hearing the theme song from The Love Boat, which was a show that came out 70s, 80s, and it came up in another reading. The Love Boat. Exciting and new, all aboard, we've been expecting you. It was a classic show, but I don't think it was very good. And I was very young when it came out. And even when I was young, I kind of knew that it wasn't good. But anyway, the show, not the card. But you might like that show, so no offense. It's almost like maybe you're about to go on some kind of great trip, international trip, a voyage of some kind, and you have the resources to do it. You have the resources to make things move and shake. And there could be some energies right now that are not feeling happy for you, in the sense that, you know, they may be feeling a little jealous. They may be feeling a little, you know, like green with envy is what, green with envy. I just heard that. But I mean, you're still looking pretty. There's a little sense of waiting though. In the past energy, Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Hermit card to clarify it. Hermit card is Major Arcana, and it's number 11, and it's the number 9, and it is Taurus energy. Taurus energy? Virgo energy. Why did I say Taurus? Aries, I'm all over the place today with your reading. I feel very scattered all of a sudden, but we're just going to go with it. Page of Pentacles talks about taking a small step forward. So Page and King of Pentacles, 2 very, very different energies. This is somebody that's like boss level, divine masculine. Doesn't have to describe a man, but it is divine masculine energies. Somebody who is a mover and a shaker, makes things happen, knows how to get things done, take charge, kind of individual. Whereas the Page, all the pages are like students. They're new. They're childlike energy, childlike wonder. We're in the process of learning, not doing. We're in the process of exploring, not knowing or understanding completely. There's a key here that he has that's kind of hanging off of a tree. And it's, I always imagine, because he's kind of crouched to the ground, I always imagine that there's some kind of buried treasure that he's going to unlock, but he doesn't know what it is. And that's you in the past energy. You were just You know, if this has to do with, it could be a relationship or a business. It's just like you didn't know where it was going to go, but you took a risk. You took a step forward towards it and you said, you know what, this looks appealing enough. I'm going to explore it. I'm going to see what it's all about. The Hermit in reverse, it's precisely that. It's coming out of this energy of solitude, of the dark night of the soul, of like a being kind of squirreled away and making a splash, coming back to society, re-entering social circles, and with kind of a renewed sense of who you are. Let's see, I'm going to pull a clarifier for the Page of Pentacles. Ace of Wands in the reverse. You know what I just heard? You unlocked something awesome, but you don't know the full extent of what you have unlocked. This is your energy. Ace of Wands is fire energy. And it talks about a new beginning from spirit, like a brand new offer from spirit related to something very passionate, highly charged, highly motivated. You can see the phoenix here. There's so much dynamic power behind this new beginning. I asked for a clarifier for the Page of Pentacles and I got this, which that's why I said it's like spirit showed you. It's almost like they showed you the potential of something, but you didn't necessarily know what to do with it. I'm going to ask for one more clarifier. This is past energy. Yeah, see? Seven of Cups, confusion. It was almost like too much to handle. Seven of Cups talks about being spoiled for choice. The idea being that each of the 7 cups has a different option. Some are good, some are less good. And the idea that one becomes so overwhelmed in the choosing that you end up not choosing anything, or you just end up just stuck. And so this is what I was picking up on. This is what I see. It's like you didn't know what you had. It could have been overwhelming. And so you just got lost in your thoughts, lost in the clouds. In the present energy, Magician in reverse. This is number 1 in the Major Arcana, the Master Manifestor. Clarified by another page, Page of Wands. 2 pages. You know, it's interesting that Spirit would show me the King of Pentacles because I see a lot of page action too. I mean, maybe it's this idea is that let's say you've amassed an empire, amassed some kind of wealth, and now you're just like looking for a new beginning. You know, you're waiting for something that is, it's almost like you've been there, done that, you have all that experience, and now you want something new. And so now I see this kind of newbie energy. But with the Magician in the reverse, and Sagittarius got the same card in the same position. So there might be a message in that reading for you. You don't know exactly what it is that you want. Like, you know you want to manifest something. Sorry, I didn't know if there was like a fire truck in front of my apartment building, which would be a hell of a thing. You don't know what it is that you want. And so you're kind of in this energy where you're just taking small strides forward. Page of Wands, much like the Page of Pentacles, where this is like the opening up of an opportunity. The Page of Wands, she's like trying. That's a fire truck. I was gonna say she's trying to start a fire. Sorry, Aries, but it's all relevant. Thank you, Spirit. It's all relevant. Which reminds me of another line from Friends. It's all relative. It's all relative. Do you remember that episode of Friends? I hope you do. It's one of the best ones. It's the guys against the girls, and they're playing for big stakes. They're playing for who gets to live in the big apartment. And Ross creates a game. How well do you know everybody? And so one of the categories is it's all relative. And they ask questions about their relatives. How well do the friends know each other's relatives? I don't know why that's relevant, but it's relevant for somebody. This could have to do with somebody in your family. But this character is just trying to start a fire. Trying to get some kindling together. Starting small. Something contained. Something safe is what I just heard. Something safe. What are we trying to manifest here? What is Aries trying to manifest? It's intense. It's intense. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Trying to manifest a way out of sadness. Trying to manifest a way out of isolation. The Five of Cups talks about being left out in the cold. And the card is in the reverse. I was asking, what are you trying to manifest? It's like you want to create a space or place that makes you feel like you belong. You want to belong. I don't know what that's in reference to. Please let me know if it resonates. I'm going to leave it at that because Spirit wants it to be a little open-ended. Like if you ask yourself, okay, what are your goals in life and what are you working so hard for? Ultimately, we ask the question enough times, we'll get to the root of the root of our motivation. And I feel as though in the present tense, in this certain circumstance, the root of your motivation is a sense of belonging or lack thereof, right? Wanting to create a space where you feel as though you serve a purpose, that you have a community, that you can contribute something for the betterment of that community. Because right now I feel as though you may not have it. In the future potential, Six of Cups, and the Fool energy. Let me just go back to that sense of you may not have that sense of community, because I looked at the King of Pentacles again and I was like, but Aries is doing well. This is very powerful. But I just heard, it gets lonely at the top. That's what I just heard. It gets lonely at the top. Like, yes, you may have a lot going for you. Yes, you may be very successful. But are you able to share it with others? Six of Cups, future potential. Looking back at some past memory, some past event that really helped to define who you are today. Six of Cups usually talks about looking back with rose-tinted glasses, looking back with fondness, with joy, with love. But there's a saying that one of my favorite tarot readers likes to say with the Six of Cups, which is we can look back to the past, but we shouldn't stare. And I always felt that that was so profound because I'm a Cancer, and Cancers notoriously look back to the past a lot. And so when I was going through my spiritual awakening and learning how to meditate, it was difficult to just stay in the present moment or to not be future focused. What if they say this, do this? What if I'm not good enough? Like, that's all like worries about the future. And sometimes it gets me, but I've learned how to just be like, I don't know what's going to happen. All possibilities exist. All I can deal with is the here and now. I can prepare for the future in the here and now, sure, but I can't do anything about it over there. I have to be in this space. And so Spirit wants me to really harp on that it's fine that you're looking at something in the past. I think you're maybe taking stock of what it is that you valued, who it is that you let into your life and who you've kept out, who you need to keep out. You just don't want to forget about this boundaries card. Protecting yourself. It's interesting. I just brought up the boundaries card, and then I bring up your clarifier, the Fool in the reverse. Usually, we'd like to see the Fool in the upright because it means that we're taking risks, great leaps of faith, having belief in ourselves and in spirit. But you got this card in reverse. And I wanted to say, are you putting self-imposed limitations on a situation? Are you the one that is drawing a boundary around yourself and thereby keeping you from achieving some kind of abundance, a future abundance? Let's pull a clarifier and see. Can you clarify the Fool in reverse? Please, thank you, Spirit. Aha, the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. The Wise One, the Hierophant. You could be looking to spiritual leaders at this time for guidance, shamans, life coaches, people that are connected to the universe, Reiki masters, Akashic Records readers, hypnotists, I just heard, to try and understand, to try and give context for what it is that you're going through. They usually call this the Pope of the Tarot, and it represents kind of higher order information, like spiritual information, drawing upon the depths of the universe to understand our place, understand your life path. Why are you here? Big questions like that. Really big questions. I'm going to ask for one card of advice from Spirit to close out this reading. Sorry, it felt a little disjointed, but I just got to give it the way it comes out. Ten of Swords in reverse. This is your advice. Ten of Swords in the upright is the difficult card, although there are two representations of the Ten of Swords in this deck. And you got the one that is less brutal, coming face to face with wisdom, right? Or attempting to. You have this card in reverse. Ten of Swords can talk about the need to recover from all that has afflicted us, all that has attacked us or leveled us in some way, right? This need to protect. When this card is in the upright, it's a release of all of that pain and all of that despair, that burden. When the card is in the reverse, there's still a little ways to go before we can move from the 10 to the ace, which is all about epiphany, right? The tarot, think of the tarot as this like running story and a progression of maturity and experience, life experience, wisdom. We get, you know, there was a certain level of wisdom you had when you were 10 years old and you fell off your bike for the first time. Then you learned to wear a helmet, or you learned to fall differently. And then when you're 20 years old and you've had your first heartbreak, it's a different kind of wisdom. And you're 30 years old, you might have broken up with somebody really significant or lost a job, and you have a different kind of wisdom, right? The tarot is all about this kind of storytelling. And a tarot reader's job is to disseminate information, glean what I get from the cards using the Rolodex and the alphabet and the experiences that I've had to kind of communicate to you what it is that I'm feeling and seeing on your behalf. And right now what I see is somebody who is finding it difficult to surpass the internal battle. Like you have a running like monologue in your mind of things that have screwed you over in the past. And it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. You could be the most successful person ever. But if there's turbulence on the inside, then all of this is, it's just going to be money. It's just going to be things, objects. It doesn't lead to deeper understanding unless you make the choice. You take the leap towards that deeper understanding. And this is your advice from Spirit. That's your reading, Aries. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Aries.